Gate 55, abundance, the gate of spirit. Abundance is strictly a question of spirit. The power of the emotional awareness and its potential to destabilize is the testing ground in humanity's search for the spirit. Spirit is not a concept. It is not an instinct. It is an emotion. The potential for spirit and its manifestation lie in the 55th gate. As the Rave I Ching says, abundance is strictly a question of spirit. It is through the gate that the limitation of emotions are experienced. This is the gate of David's cup. Abundance is the microcosm of life and form. The cup is always present, and there is always something in the cup, our lives, and in the wave of the emotions, the cup is perceived as either half full or half empty. Abundance is a gate of potential awareness. When the life is experienced emotionally as either this or that, this is not aware. It is the wave frequency of the emotional hope to pain cycle. Moods are the manifestation of this frequency. The individual finds the spirit in the emotional now. The wave is made up of many points in the geometry. At any given point, spirit is not a matter of comparison, just the wonder that the cup exists at all. Line 1, cooperation. Exalted. The expansion of activity through cooperation with powerful forces through principled actions that guarantee continued support and engender prosperity. The potential to find the spirit through cooperation with powerful forces. Detriment. The concentration or harmonic relationships with powerful forces that provide for continuity, but not necessarily advancement. The potential to harmonize with powerful forces, but not necessarily for the benefit of the spirit. Line 2, distrust. Abundance hampered by slander or gossip. Exalted, the gift of being able to penetrate to the center that may demonstrate effectively through its relating talents that its trustfulness is genuine. Emotional stability and the strength of the spirit is dependent on being trusted by others. Detriment, the direct challenge to the slanderers, who will always have the advantage of quoting the bard. Mathkins, he thought protest too much. Only continued example can overcome distrust. The emotional drive to insist on trustworthiness that does not guarantee its acceptance by others or benefits the spirit. Line 3, innocence. Here I was only following orders is a genuine defense. Exalted, when the form is correct and attempts its actualization have been disciplined and within guidelines, failure cannot be personally attributed. The emotional possibility to recognize that despite one's best efforts, failure is possible and does not need to affect the spirit. Detriment, Mars in detriment, where a struggle against conformity or individual initiative can bring a superior to ruin while safely hiding behind his shield. The energy to selfishly protect one's spirit at the expense of others. Line 4, assimilation. Exalted, the establishment of framework that balances principles with energy and leads inevitably to expansion and prosperity. The possible spirit that comes when emotional awareness and energy are balanced and principled. Detriment, boundless energy that knows no restraint. Boundless energy that ignores awareness at the risk of the spirit. Line 5, growth. Exalted, the unusual ability in a position of power to accept advice and transform innovatively. This gift is a position of power. In a position of power allows one to continue to lead rather than being perceived as being led. The emotional strength and spirit derived from positions of power. Detriment, an integrative openness that in its broad acceptance of advice may be eventually eclipsed. An emotional openness where the spirit is at risk from conditioning. Line 6, selfishness. Exalted, acquisition, obsession that though alienating is still indirectly beneficial materially to others. The possibility of finding the spirit through materialism. Detriment, where the material abundance exists, but no one gets to share its light. The no moon phase, the possibility that materialism becomes obsessive with a mean spirit that will not share.